dislocation. Nah, I can't recruit you.
Nigga, don't you owe some? 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 I need that De Niro. I need all this shit that make me sleep good on my pillow. I need all this shit that make her feel like she in combo. 20s, 50s, blue cheese, I can put that on your taco. Stay with me, I'm certified.
Homie, I'm trapped out. Bring the max out. Dame never backs down. Then we lay the smack down. Man down, stand down. Pound for pound, ask around. You fuck with one of us, you'll be lost and never found now. Fuck boy, run my issue for you. Owe me some, I'll get up on the sucker. Beat him like he stole some. Really hustle on the turf. You fucking haters got some nerve. Take this tack and blow his fucking brains up on the curb.
Nigga, don't you owe some? 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 Nigga, don't you owe some?
It's elevated.
It's your boy, the one and only Dame Daniels.
It's PAT the Don. T4 was popping.
Lil Rock Red in the building.
And you on the How You Living Podcast, man. What's good with it?
Hey, man, say that, man. Say that, man. Appreciate y'all stopping by, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, like, it's a tour to have y'all in here, man, especially you, Dame Daniels, man.
I appreciate it.
So, man, like, first and foremost, who you got with you here today, Dame?
Man, I got my guys, you know, PAT the Dawn. I got Lil Rock Red.
Militia Mob, baby.
T4 Records. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
all right.
we here.
So, Dame, like, before we get deeper into the interview, like, for the people that don't know who you is that's watching this in Little Rock and is at home in Arkansas, like, how did you come to Little Rock, and like, what was the process of getting here? Then, you know, because you got to make a big announcement later on in the video, right?
Right.
So, what was the process of you getting here and just starting your label and getting these people with you to get this label going? Like, what's the whole process and what made you get here at this point?
All right. Well, my name is Dame Daniels. I'm a Latino, Hispanic, Mexican rap artist out of Atlanta, Georgia. I ended up in Arkansas. Man, it was kind of like I came out here to kind of save something that wasn't there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my marriage. You get what I'm saying? So I really didn't come here to really for no music, really, realistically. You know what I'm saying? I just said, you know what? Let me go ahead and figure this out. Let me get this opportunity to kind of get myself back together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is that like I always tell people, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, when Rough Riders came to Phoenix, for example, when DMX was in AZ for, you know, all those years, and he was doing his albums, and he put out Lord Give Me a Sign and those type of timeless records, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I kind of did with T4 Records, you know what I'm saying? Because T4 Records originally started back in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about? So it started back in 2007. You know what I'm saying? So when I was back on the east side on Brockett Road in Clarkson, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I had to just figure out a way, you know what I'm saying? And T4 was actually, you know, was really inspired by when 1017 had they run, you know what I'm saying? When 1017 Brick Squad, when it was Frenchie and Gucci, and he was just going completely insane, you know what I mean? On the mixtape circuit, they was dropping music every goddamn week, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I took it upon myself. I said, you know what, let me develop a new squad. You get what I'm saying? Let me get some guys together that I personally am fans of their music and their story and what they got to bring to the table, especially from where they come from. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I have an additional artist by the name of Bliss Maximilian. He's also from John Barrow. You know, and the thing about it is with Arkansas, you know what I'm saying? I do have a lot of family ties here as well. You get what I'm saying? My grandmother, you know, God rest her soul, you know what I mean? She basically was from Fort Smith, you know what I'm saying? She ended up moving to the Bay Area at a young age. And, you know, basically that's how, you know, we ended up in California. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm originally from California, but as far as the way that T4 Records started, it originally started in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. So it started in Georgia and kind of
branched off and kind of like we just based it out here in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying?
So like, how has it been like having your own label and like getting artists and like what has the process like? It's like just walk me through the process of like, because I know you have your own label. Walk me through the process of going to get an artist. Like, what is your process?
Well, basically, you got to get your business right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, what I did is that I initially went ahead and got an LLC. you know what I mean, in the state of Arkansas. So every year I pay taxes with my LLC like every other business does. I do everything legit. Nothing is illegal. We don't do nothing illegal over here. You know what I'm saying? We just really focus on the music and the creativity aspect of, you know, what we do as far as, you know, artistically, you know what I'm saying? So basically, what I look for in an artist, you know what I mean? Because I also have you know, I should have mentioned him as well with your previous question. You know, I got another artist out of Miami. His name is Lil Rody. And he's kind of like our drill artist. You get what I'm saying? So he's the Mr. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the thing is that when I initially look for an artist, you know what I'm saying? I really look for the story. I want to know where they come from. I want to know their backstory. You know what I'm saying? I want to know exactly where they come from, what their upbringing was like. I just want to know, you know, the general, you know, your story, your struggle, your come up. That's basically what I initially look at. And then secondly, you know, I'm gonna give a great example. When I first met PAT, for example, you know what I'm saying? Red, he actually came to me and we was in the studio. I was working on a record with Richie, and we're gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I met him 3 weeks 3 weeks after he came home from prison. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So Red hits me and he's like, yo, damn, I got my nephew, you know what I'm saying? He just came home, you know, from doing 13. And I was just like, wow, bring him, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what he got. You know what I mean? Because I'm the type of person where it's like, it's not really necessarily about the money with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know not every artist got a budget. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that I'll take an artist even if they got some notoriety or not. You know what I'm saying? If they got 1 million streams or if they got 10 streams, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take them, I'm going to help develop them as an A&R. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to kind of help enhance what they're doing and kind of take them to my demographic, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, take them out of Arkansas and start having them network with people in California. And this is my honest opinion. You Arkansas artists really need to start networking with some West Coast people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being honest. You know what I mean? Because there's too many people that, you know, are out here that is from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And vice versa. You know what I mean? Because when I was growing up in Cali, like I just said in the, you know, when we, you know, answered your first question, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother's from here. You know what I'm saying? So I got family I just don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, when I look for an artist, you know, I just wanted to see what can they bring to the table and what can I do to assist that? Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay.
And you say you want a lot of Arkansas artists to start branching out to like LA and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I agree with you because I think the whole narrative of people with Arkansas, they think we just out here with cows, with cowboys. You know well, you know, the thing is, this is how I see it, you know, and, you know, this is really how, and this is my honest opinion, you know what I mean? And me and PAT, we was talking about it yesterday, actually. And me personally, you know, I honestly believe as an A&R myself, you know what I mean? Because I do have A&R credits with Maybach Music. I do have A&R credits with the Evans administration. I do have, you know, several with Thiz and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that the Arkansas artists out here really need to stop saying they're putting on for their state, because a lot of times, and I even heard this from major A&Rs, that they need to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to hear a story. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear where you guys come from. Then we're going to start looking into this, because the thing about it is a lot of these executives, they're going to tell you straight up, they never even thought about looking this direction, what's going on in Arkansas, because it's like, we don't really know what's out there. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, I had a conversation with Mike Lynn, and he's actually Dr. Dre's right-hand man. And the thing about it was we had several conversations, and he's even told me, he's even told me, he's like, man, you know, you guys are in Arkansas, but what's out there? You know what I'm saying? See, yeah, like I like it's just I would say it's like the conception of Arkansas is like ain't nothing out here. Like I say, we just out here country hillbillies.
Because you got to think about it, okay? You know, I'm gonna give you a great example. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of my fan base, you know what I mean, up until this point, you know what I mean? But prior to me coming to Arkansas, you know what I mean, they never even like came or even like what's out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, like you said, so the thing about it is that, you know, like with me personally, I don't really necessarily like, you know, because when you think about Little Rock, especially, first thing to come to mind, banging in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like you hear that all the time on No Jumper to Vlad TV to
That shit,
you know, all these
old,
platforms. It is though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At times has changed. You feel me?
Man.
So the thing about it is that like I always tell people, you know what I mean? Like it's more Little Rock in Arkansas. There's more to it. You know what I'm saying? So even though I'm not from here, I'm a co-sign it all day. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great platforms here. You know what I'm saying? Like How You Living Podcast, Paid Thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy DP 501 and goddamn LOL Nick. You know what I'm saying? Those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? So you know, even Joe Jig over at Blood, Sweat and Sauce. You know what I'm saying? My guy D Dirt. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of platforms out here, in my honest opinion, that you guys have on lock. You guys have on smash right now. You know what I'm saying? And in my honest opinion, you guys are the main ingredient on showing what the state is like. You know what I'm saying? A rapper is going to be kind of hard for the average listener to convince, hey, it really goes down here in Little Rock, man, because the average listener that has never been here is not going to be interested in it. That's a fact. You get what I'm saying? Like the person who honestly was shedding a lot of light to Arkansas, in my honest opinion, and some may not agree with me, is Bankroll Freddie. You get what I'm saying? The reason being is because, you know, he's straight, you know, repping Arkansas. That's cool. You get what I'm saying? Like you're showing us what it's like out there. You get what I'm saying? We now we're starting to understand it a little more because, you know, for me on the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying? I honestly want to hear Arkansas artists talk about their struggle. You get what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all struggle was like in Arkansas, so you guys can go ahead and okay, you know what I'm saying? Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me be drawn into your guys' culture. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been here going on 5 years now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm understanding how Arkansas is. You know what I'm saying? And you guys, in my honest opinion, you guys are very similar to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? You guys have the very similar platforms. You guys have popping rappers out here. You know what I'm saying? Arizona does as well. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that's a start. You know what I'm saying? And shout out my guy Richie Evans. You know what I'm saying? And you know my guy Justice out in Phoenix. You know what I mean? The mayor of Phoenix. You get what I'm saying? Respect the Underground, AZ Hip Hop Fest. You know what I mean? That's some of the big. I've done some of my biggest shows in Arizona. You get what I'm saying? Like I've done shows where it's like, you know, there's a draw of like 17,000 people. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that we rarely see that with rap shows here. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see Rick Ross come out here and, you know, because the last time that I checked that he was even out here was 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We need him back here. You know what I'm saying? We need guys like that to come through and tour or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly don't even know if Kendrick Lamar's been here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is that we want to make it to where you guys are not just glorifying what the gangbanging and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But there's always a positive to your guys' state. You know what I'm saying? You know, you guys have some of the best content creators here. You know what I'm saying? In my honest opinion, shout out That's So Megan. What's up, homegirl? You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know, basically, you know, I really believe that Arkansas is up next. You know what I'm saying? In regards to the music, for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
It's all good, man. You know, and I got nothing but respect for all the artists out there, you know, getting it, man. Suavio the Don, man, especially, man. You know, me and him, we spoke the other day, man, and you know, he's doing his goddamn thing, man. Like I've been checking him. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. I appreciate the love, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I heard you just mention Richie Evans, right? Yeah. So like, and I know you got an announcement to make. Yeah. Can you go ahead and give us a breakdown of the announcement and your relationship with Richie Evans?
All right, so Richie Evans, I'm gonna tell you who he is first. Richie Evans actually is formerly known as Juice or Juice McCain. He was actually formerly signed to Black Wall Street, to the game in Black Wall Street, and he was kind of like, you know, up next, you know, under Game. You get what I'm saying? And if you guys still don't know who he is, you guys go check out the One Blood video. He's the dude that's throwing Game the Black Wall Street hoodie. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that's who he is. You know what I mean? He ended up rebranding himself and he goes by his real name, Richie Evans, right? So basically the announcement is, you know, the cat's out the bag. You get what I'm saying? You know, a lot of y'all been seeing the Evans administration and Maybach Music tags on my post. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and stamp it and make it official. You know what I'm saying? Dame Daniels is the newest member of the Evans administration / Maybach Music. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. That's
yeah, I
fucking
appreciate
dope,
it.
bro.
I appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
man,
I appreciate it. Shout out Richie Evans and shout out Rick Ross.
Richie, man.
And Rose, what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, we had a good little conversation yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Richie, you know, kind of had a great conversation with him yesterday, and you know, let's just put it this way, man. It's really time to dominate, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we actually, man, it was a long time coming. You know what I mean? And you know, it was just really, you know, at the end of the day, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? And I was fortunate enough and blessed enough while I was going through my tough times at the time. You know what I mean? And I ended up getting my music to the right people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I was telling you, I've done some of my biggest shows in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So I already caught the attention of him. You know what I'm saying? And prior to that, you know what I mean? The way that I actually connected to him was actually through my ex-wife. You get what I'm saying? So my ex-wife, you know, shout out to her. You know, we were living in Arizona at the time. And the thing about it is that, you know, I was grilling, you know what I'm saying? And we were having a conversation and she was just like, we need to go ahead and connect you with some AZ artists. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And I was like, who do you want to link up with? I was like, man, it's either Willie North Pole or Juice. You get what I'm saying? That's the only two I can think of. You get what I'm saying? So Willie North Pole, he used to be signed to Ludacris and DTP back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I managed to get in touch with him. Good dude, man. He's a super, super cool dude, man. He shouted me out on his lives a couple times. You get what I'm saying? Richie, when we actually, when she Googled him, she was like, I'm gonna look up Juice McCain. She couldn't look him up. All she was pulling up was Richie Evans. You get what I'm saying? So at the time, it was 2017, you know what I mean? So he was working on his situation with Universal at the time, Universal Ingrooves at the time. And he was actually putting out his first project with them, which is called Highly Favored. It was the first project he put out under Richie Evans, right? So when I initially linked up with him back in 2020, you know what I'm saying, 2021, right? He actually sent me a record called No Pressure. It was actually featuring him, J-Rock from Top Dog Entertainment, and Eastside K-Boy, you know what I'm saying, who actually has a situation going on with, I believe his name is T-Money, and Akon, you know what I'm saying? So they doing their thing out there right now. So anyways, it's a record called Pressure, you know what I'm saying? Banger. That shit's out, go check it out. It's a banger, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, we build, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually, I'm left at a crossroads, you know what I'm saying? Labels started hitting me up, you know what I mean? I started taking meetings. I actually took a meeting with Atlantic Records in 2022. And around that time, Richie seen that, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a picture on my Instagram with me and at the time, I don't know if he's still there or not, but it's with one of the senior vice president of A&R. His name is Jeff Sledge, and he's a legendary A&R. So I had the honor of getting my music to him, and you know, we were gonna do a follow-up and everything like that. I also have a distribution deal through Empire, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Gold Toes and GT Digital for that, you know what I'm saying? And Ghazi, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out the whole team over there, you know what I'm saying? And you know, basically it was like this, you know what I'm saying? So I was really getting ready to renegotiate my deal with Empire, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna do kind of like a priority deal with them, because right now I have a non-exclusive deal, so I can take my masters, I can go anywhere, you know what I'm saying, if I wanted to. But the thing about it is that I just said to myself, you know what, let me weigh my options out, because I was actually gonna take another meeting with Sean Barron from Capitol Records, you know what I'm saying? So Richie just hits me randomly, you know what I'm saying? And he hits me with a DM, he was like, man, let's get it. And he shows me a chain. He's like, man, let's get it, man. Let's put you on the team, man. Yeah. I've already seen enough, because I already was getting plaques out here. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been in Arkansas, I probably earned like about 9 plaques. You know what I'm saying? I mean, iTunes, Spotify. I have one top 100 Billboard record. You know what I'm saying? And that was in 2016 when I actually worked with Princess Digital from Crime Mob. You know what I'm saying? So we actually have a record out that kind of got me in the door called Mob in the Trap. So to this day, I believe we're about to clear about 400,000 streams and views. You get what I'm saying with that record? That's the record that got me in the door to Maybach Music in the Evans administration. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So honestly, like it was like I said, it was just a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is now, it's like, you know, it's time to execute. You know what I mean? As long as the label sees the vision and they see what Dame is bringing to the table, you know what I'm saying? Me being a Hispanic artist that's in the South, there is nobody in the South really that is Hispanic that is rapping like Dame Daniels. You get what I'm saying? That is a fact. You get what I'm saying? And even just in Arkansas in general, you get what I'm saying? Like I made a post not too long ago and I was like, you know, is Dame Daniels the only active Hispanic artist in Little Rock right now? You know what I'm saying?
Probably is.
And the thing is that I'm trying to usher that door in and open the floodgates for more Hispanic artists to come out. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that, you know, that's the line I'm pushing. You know what I mean? This black and brown unity. You know what I'm saying? Because we man, me as Rasa, man, we going through enough as it is. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with ICE and dealing with all that bullshit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you for real.
But yeah, man. But yeah, back to your question. You know what I'm saying? You know, we actually have a project in the works. We have a group project, you know what I'm saying, that we're working on that's dropping under TEA and MMG. You know what I'm saying? My debut album is going to be dropping under the same label. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're really pushing to get Richie's follow-up to Highly Favored 2. We're actually in the process of locking that in and getting everything, you know, kind of putting our ducks in a row. You get what I'm saying? And getting the business together. You know what I mean? We do have a remix coming out to his record that he has called What's Happening, featuring Be Legit. You know what I'm saying? And the remix is going to be dropping pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be featuring myself, Lil Russell. Shout out Lil Russell. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on the Rock Nation deal, my boy. You know what I'm saying? We finna turn up on this joint. You get what I'm saying? The homie Big Doobie, the biggest cactus in AZ. You get what I'm saying? What's up, Doobie? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out
yeah, man. Shout out Doobie, man. That's a talented guy right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Got the homie Rags. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's out of New Mexico. Rags, please correct me if I'm wrong, man. You know, but shout out Rags. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out Andrew Boone. You know what I mean? He's one of our only producers on TEA, and then, you know what I'm saying, the MMG, you know, venture, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? It's official.
So like, how long you been into this rap scene? How long you been rapping, bro?
I started at 14. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to admit my age. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, it's been 26 years in the making. You get what I'm saying?
I was gonna say 24, but you at 26.
Yeah, about 24, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm almost at 30. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is that it just took a lot of grind, a lot of patience, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of investments, a lot of money made, a lot of money lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I learned from my mistakes throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, I got my trophies around my neck, I guess you can say, but at the same time, you know, I look at it like, you know, I want to set the example instead of being the example. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, me being the older artist, you know what I'm saying, to some, you know what I mean, not all, and I want to be able to, you know, not only stay relevant at, you know, and keeping up with what's going on today, but bring my own flavor to the table. You get what I'm saying? Yo, this dude, he may be an unk or whatever, but I don't never consider myself that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really consider myself OG that can, you know, a young OG, I guess you can say. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but he comes with a lot of gems. I'm the hidden gem that of this rap shit, I guess you can say. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people, when they look at me, they're like, man, I thought you was black. Okay, shit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, I did grow up in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because reason why I asked, like, how long you been in the rap scene, because for the people that's watching this, they'll want to know, like, what do you got to do to, because a lot of artists don't know what do you got to do to get a label's attention, what do you got to do to get signed, like, what is the...
Consistency is the key to success, you know what I'm saying? You know,
say that one more time.
Consistency is the key to success,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is that, you know, everyone and their mama wants to be independent. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be independent, do so. You get what I'm saying? But my only thing is that when you're independent, you're only going to limit yourself to so much. You know what I mean? Because when the major labels, they're not for everybody. And to be honest with you, like, I only suggest when, you know, you go to a major, you know what I'm saying? That's when you get the machine behind you. You get what I'm saying? That's when you can get to places that independents can't.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to do shows overseas a lot easier. You'll be able to get your bag, you know, and get on tour a lot easier. You get what I'm saying? Like things that, you know, but at the same time, you know, when people like the average independent artist, not just Arkansas artists, I'm just independent artists in general. You know what I mean? When in my experience, and I'm just gonna, you know, because everybody's experience is different. You know what I mean? In my experience, you know, when I was in Atlanta, a lot of people didn't take me serious. You get what I'm saying? Because I started dropping music in Atlanta in 2001. You get what I'm saying? And you know, shout out my brother H Greed, Hustler's Greed. What's happening, bro? You know what I mean? And I remember I dropped my first song with him, Walk at the Norm. You get what I'm saying? And basically, it was just like, you know, when, you know, at the time, I wasn't even old enough to perform. You know what I mean? So I was already limited off the jump. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get into 21 and over clubs. You know what I'm saying? I had to constantly be outside, parking lot pimp, what we used to call it back in the day. You know what I mean? And man, I had to give my shit away. I remember one time I stood out in front of, and this is crazy because dude is in like so much shit right now. You know what I mean? I stood out in front of P. Diddy's restaurant, Justin's, right off Peachtree. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19 years old, standing right in this motherfucking, right in the goddamn, right in front of his restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here giving my CD to anyone who's willing to take it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a kid fresh from California, mind you. I'm also from Cali too. So the thing is that, you know, I'm sitting here on my, here you go, man. I'm Dame Daniels, man. Check me out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I did that out here in Little Rock in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember like this was yesterday, man. The first day I ever came to Little Rock, man. This is a story I never said before. You know what I mean? And this is, and I laugh about it today. You know what I'm saying? I think it's funny today. You know what I'm saying? And I was just a little fucking hothead. You know what I'm saying? So we come out here with like 500 CDs. You get what I'm saying? And we out in downtown Little Rock. I think it's the Bill Clinton street. You know what I'm saying? So we out there. Everyone's out and about. It's weekend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So goddamn, I'm sitting here handing out CDs. I'm giving them to the bitches. You know what I'm saying? So here you go, sweetheart. Here you go, shawty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with Bliss. My guy Bliss was there with me and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck around and goddamn, this random dude just, hey bro, come here right quick, let me get one of them. So he gets the CD, throws it right in front of me onto the street. What you gonna do about it? Oh shit, you know what I'm saying?
For real?
Yeah, he sat there disrespecting me like that for real. And I'm just like, wow, I haven't, and to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time that ever happened to me, you know what I'm saying? Did I do anything? I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I had my peoples around me, you know what I'm saying? Because if they weren't, I would have been probably locked up that day, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that I learned from that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I had to take that negative experience that I had my first time ever coming here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna show whoever that was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna show them, man, you know what I'm saying? We finna goddamn turn up, man, you know what I'm saying? And success is the greatest revenge, you get what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna do it, you get what I mean? Instead of me resorting to violence and laying a motherfucker down over music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna kill him with success, dog. Like, that's how I'm gonna do it.
Thanks. And now you signed to Maybach Music. Come on.
Here we are in Little Rock. Go figure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and now it's like, you know, I'm bringing these guys to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing these guys and showing them what got going on over on this end. You know what I'm saying? We're not pushing no false narrative and, you know, and pushing no gangbang and nothing. Like I always tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're putting together some great music. You know what I'm saying? We're letting the people know that never came here before, and letting people know what's going on in Arkansas. That's going back to what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like the whole, you know, repping the state and things like that, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be, as long as I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best and do my part and be like, you know what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not an Arkansas artist, but at the same time, you know what I mean? My label is based here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I officially launched it in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? You know, eventually I'm going to go back to Atlanta, but at the same time, I'm always going to have ties there. I've been had ties there since 2001 again, you know what I'm saying? But it just got to the point where it was just like, you know what, if I'm going to be in Little Rock, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna turn up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was fortunate enough to use my connects and use the network that I had already, Because when I first came to Little Rock, me and Richie was low key talking, and we was kind of getting to know each other and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just kind of like building the solid foundation that me and him already have, that we have already built throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? Last couple of years or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, basically, you know, I'm just fortunate, man. You know what I mean? And you know, praise to Allah. You know what I'm saying? That he was able to really give me these opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, why, like how? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm even in shock, and this is even surreal to me to this day. Cause you know what I mean? Cause I'm super humble when people around Dame and you around me, and you, even this dude will even tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Dame is this, Dame Daniels is so humble, it's sickening, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still go to the gas station. I still hit the McDonald's up. I still do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do normal shit like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just that, you know, I'm just now getting my foot in the door. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that I'm willing to help any Arkansas artist out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I do consultations as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've had several consultations with artists, not just from Arkansas, California, Vegas, LA, even that, for that matter, you know what I'm saying? And I've even showed them how to get their pub, how to get a pub admin, you know what I'm saying? How to register your shit with SongTrust, how to, you know, what is Sound Exchange? You know what I'm saying? You know, what is points on your pub? You know what I mean? What are splits? What are this? You know what I'm saying? I just named almost 8 things right now. You know what I'm saying? I give it all to you in 1 hour. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that all they got to do is tap in. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, I'm always up for features. You know what I mean? Just because I'm, you know what I mean? You know, Maybach and TEA, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you can't hit me for features. You know what I'm saying? I got this guy right here and I got this guy right here. We always down to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all you got to do is holler. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that, man. Go tap in with them, man.
You dig?
Tap in with the whole label.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, one more question about your artist, this thing right here. Like, you say you just got signed to Maybach Music. What is your plans for your artist once you get signed? Is it to help like the resource, get them resources too to get bigger? Or
absolutely.
How would they go?
Well, here's the thing. Like I just said about the TEA project that we're doing with Maybach, you know what I'm saying? This gentleman right here, PAT the Don, you know what I'm saying? He was fortunate enough to be featured on the project. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, he's one of the very few, if not the first one, to really work with Maybach Music that's from Arkansas.
That's dope, bro.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know,
history in the making.
Exactly. You get what I mean? So me personally, like I said, Lil Rock Red, for example, you know what I mean? I'm about to get him on a joint with the homie BSF Tone. You get what I'm saying? Me and BSF Tone, we locked in as well. You know what I mean? We actually about to get some shit going on. You know what I mean? Well, we're working with Benny the Butcher's new artist, BSF Tone 066. You know what I mean? Out of North Philly. Shout out North Philly. You know what I mean? And, you know, I was fortunate enough to work with him as well. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the thing about it is that, you know, when it's all said and done, you know what I mean? I want to be able to position these two to win at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So the thing is that, you know, I want to be able to put them in situations where they can benefit from. You get what I'm saying? Is Dame Daniels looking for artists at the moment? Not really, but at the same time, I'm willing to listen to you. Yeah. I'm willing to collab with you. I'm willing to hear you out. I also, like I said, also A&R'd as well. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the record that we got with La Russell, I also A&R'd that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, I do more than just rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm always bringing something new to the table. Not only that, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, you know, put on as many Arkansas artists I can. You know what I'm saying? While I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, these two individuals right here, you know what I'm saying? Red especially, you know what I mean? You know, he's the storyteller. You know what I'm saying? He can tell you what's going on in Little Rock, and you know what I mean? Little Rock Red, I mean, the name speaks for itself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is, you know what I mean? And then you got PAT the Don, you know what I'm saying, who just came home from doing 13 years in the pen. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And he'd tell me stories and he'd tell me things that he was doing while he was in there, you know, having, you know, rapping to the other guys and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, dude, that shit is mind blowing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I see how these guys operate, you know what I'm saying? Not just as artists, but as individuals, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, these guys are like family now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have family out here like that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, boom, you know, I call, he picks up, you know what I'm saying? He taps in almost damn near every day. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, we have some incredible music, man. We actually have a single coming out on 420 called RS. You know what I mean? And we actually recently just turned down a deal with Virgin Music Group. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a situation that, you know what I mean? Hopefully that, you know what I'm saying, that, we can circle back and figure something out in the future. You know what I'm saying? But for now, you know what I'm saying, we're going to stick to the independent route. You know what I mean? In regards to T4 Records, you know what I'm saying? We do have distribution through Empire. You know what I mean? And shout out Gold Toes over at GT Digital, and shout out Ghazi over at Empire. You know what I'm saying? And, basically it's just like this, man. Like, I want to be able to, like I said, just position them at the end of the day for success.
Okay. That's dope. And to y'all fellas, man, take this opportunity to do y'all thing, man. Put on for the state.
Absolutely.
And take this opportunity, resources. Not many people get it. And do y'all thing, man. Sure. Help y'all families grow, progress, and just do y'all thing, man. I want to say congratulations to both of y'all. Congratulations to all three of y'all for even just being in the same room with a lot of head executives. It's tough, man, for real, for real. It's dope, for real. So, I know you work with Young Dro.
Yep.
Princess Mob from Crime Mob.
Yep.
Lil Russell, Richie Evans.
Yep.
Rick Ross.
Is coming.
It's coming though,
it's
but
coming.
I mean, from what we talked about.
You already know. You gonna hear a Dave Daniels and Ricky Rose joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What up, Rose?
So like you have done some major features with some major artists.
Yeah.
So like for an artist that's watching this and like he like, man, how is he affording these features? Like, what is it that you do to get these features? I asked you this the other day. Like, how are you getting these features? Like, what do you do to get these features?
Well, it's really right now. It's really based on relationships. Now with Princess, it was kind of like, you know what I mean. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying. So my manager Joseph, he's actually had a good working relationship with Princess for about like 15 years now. You know what I'm saying. So me and Princess, we actually been working probably since 2016. You know what I'm saying? When we dropped our record, Shut 'Em Down, it actually hit the Billboard Top 200 in 2016. Yeah. So we ended up working again in 2022. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we ended up working a good situation out. You know what I'm saying? And it's really about investing into yourself. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, Dro charged Dame 40 grand. Nah, that wasn't even the case. You know what I'm saying? It was really kind of, a great situation, good timing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Young Dro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you a funny story. You know what I mean? I actually used to sell shoes to Young Dro. You know what I mean? Back in the day, back in 2006. You know what I mean? He used to come to West End Mall, and I was one of the managers over at the Foot Action at West End Mall. You know what I mean? You clip this too, man, because I already know he's gonna see this. And he used to come in. And I remember one time he came in and he was always buying white on white Air Forces, man. You know what I mean? He'd be like, man, let me get size 10 white on white, man. Let me get two of them right quick. I bet, Dro, I got you, bro. So one day I asked him, I was like, man, because we knew the same people. And I was just like, man, Stan from Summerhill? Yeah, I know Stiggity Stan, man. Hey, I don't know if he told me about you, bro. You know what I mean? I'd love to give you a CD because every time I went to my job or whatever at the time, I always had CDs on me. You know what I mean? So if I ran into a rapper or something like that, I'd give him a CD. Here you go. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it to Dro, and he came back probably like 2 weeks later, and he was like, man, I got you, bro. I'm going to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people giving me shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I got you. You know what I mean? And then, fast forward 2012, you know what I mean? I ended up getting a management deal with a female by the name of Peaches, you know what I'm saying? And she took me to Ground Hustle at the time for a meeting. And I couldn't do it because of some legal stuff that was going on. And basically, you know what I'm saying? At the time, you know what I'm saying? Her dude was best friends with Young Dro. His name is Bunky. You know what I mean? So that's two occasions that, you know what I mean? That, okay, we know the same people, you know what I'm saying? So, I had the opportunity to get a collaboration out of Young Dro to do the Mob and the Chop remix. And originally I wanted to get T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like we were actually trying to get T.I. at the time. We just didn't have his number. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he changed it or something like that. And then we managed to get Young Dro. And it took probably about 2 weeks to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's coming. Mob and the Trap remix featuring Princess Digital from Crime Mob and Young Dro. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? You know what I mean? And shout out Princess, by the way, too. You know what I mean? She's actually on tour with B2K, Pretty Ricky. You know what I'm saying? I saw the stories, P. You know what I mean? You and Diamond killing it out there in Oakland, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Diamond, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I really rock with what y'all doing, man. I just love seeing them all together just doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Crime Mob. Lil J, what's happening, bro?
So you would say networking is a very important thing in the industry.
Your network, if your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like my first artist that I ever like had the opportunity of working with out of Atlanta is Cartel MGM. And that was through Gold Toes. You know what I'm saying? So prior to my first deal was with Thiz Entertainment or Thiz Latin, you know what I'm saying? So I was under their brand for a while, you know what I'm saying? And I just started expanding my network because at the time, Thiz was looking for an artist out of Atlanta to kind of expand their brand from the Bay to the A. You get what I'm saying? So at the time, this is 2011, you know what I mean? In my honest opinion, you know what I mean? At the time I came in, Burner was getting signed to Taylor Gang. You get what I'm saying? With Wiz Khalifa and them, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, their attention was on Burner instead of me, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they were pushing Baby Gas, you know what I mean? Out of Oakland. And then, you know, they were pushing Lucky Luciano from Dope House, formerly of Dope House, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Big Tone and Lil Raider and so on and so on. I'm like, God damn, like, where do I fit in this? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, I ended up just learning from my experience with that situation. I just ended up doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? And just learning as I go, because if anyone knows about Gold Toes, that's who I came up under, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already understanding the business from 2005 up and on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking questions. I'm around these executives. I'm trying to figure this out myself, you know what I'm saying? And just learning as I go, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, just to answer your question, you know what I'm saying? Your network is your net worth, man.
Yeah, so it's very important.
Absolutely.
Being an artist.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this while we kind of get to the end of the interview a little bit. You signed the Maybach Music.
Correct.
You done major features with major artists. Right now, you got your own label and everything else that's going on with you right now. So what is it that you would want people that's trying to get to where you at right now? Label, sign, you know, their own artists, finna go do bigger and better things. What is a key? I know you said earlier, you said consistency, but what is something you would tell them that they would have to do to get to where you at right now?
Man, stop being negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, going at your oppositions and the op shit, that's stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's going to get you nowhere. That's just out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is executives. This is coming from executives. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say who said it, but you know what I mean? I've talked to several executives and they've even said it themselves. Like, yo, like that drill shit is out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares about that shit no more. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people got to stop living in the past like that. You know what I mean? And just stop, you know, do something that's original, because I've been seeing these artists that's been sounding like Nicki Minaj and sounding like Drake and sounding like this and sounding like that. You know what I mean? Bring something new to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then not only that, it's just like, you know, it's just building your community. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so uptight on like your likes and followers and shit. That's gonna come. You know what I mean? You know, like, focus on getting your music to the right people. You know what I'm saying? Figure out your fan base, figure out your demographic, figure out your analytics, figure out, okay, Dallas is checking me out right now. Let me go and see what's up with these platforms over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Atlanta's checking me out over here. Let me see what type of platform, because not every platform is going to work for every artist. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know, but the thing about it is that, you know, my advice to an artist is to knock off that, you know, disrespect shit, man. That shit ain't getting you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do something about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do things and handling things the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, bro. Good advice.
For sure.
For y'all artists out there listening, yeah, he just broke it down. He gave you a key.
You know?
So, man, when is the signing party, man? For the, so I know we spoke. You said you trying to bring Ross down here again,
Yeah.
and get him to do the signing party and everything. So what's going on with that, man? What's up?
It's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? We just got to put our ducks in a row. You know what I'm saying? We got to, you know, right place, right time. You know what I'm saying? You know,
is it gonna be like a exclusive, like invite only, or how you doing it? Like,
I mean, I haven't made up my mind yet. You know what I'm saying? I really have. This is kind of like in ideas right now. We tossing around. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm probably gonna have to, you know, get my manager up here. He's in Atlanta right now. You know what I mean? But nah, it's gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like my whole thing is that, you know, anytime I do a show, you know what I mean, I want to make sure that everyone makes a safe home. You know, makes it home safely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know. And the thing is that the last thing I want is to bring any negativity, because a lot of times when I was doing shows in California, for example, a lot of it was gang enforced. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times people couldn't wear red, you couldn't wear blue. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was the case, go home. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But nah, it's all about positivity with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to, you know, bring some positive to the city. You know what I'm saying? You know, just show my love to y'all. Me telling you guys thank you. You know what I mean?
That'll be dope though.
Yeah. It's just something dope, something new to bring to the table.
Bringing Ross to the city is dope.
Last time he was here was like 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
man, we got to bring you back, Rose. Man, what's up, Richie?
Come
man.
on, Ross.
Ross, we need you, man. Nino Breeze, what's up, bro?
So, man, dang. Any shout outs you want to make before we kind of end the interview? Like anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to give?
Man, shout out my guy BSF Tone, man. You know what I mean? You know, me and him, we actually got a project on the way. You know what I mean? Black Soprano family, man. Benny the Butcher, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Shout out Miss J. You know what I mean? The one who put all that together. You know what I mean? Shout out my manager Joseph. You know, shout out my mother. You know what I mean? Shout out these two guys right here. Shout out Bliss. Shout out Lil Rody. You know what I mean? Shout out Atlanta, Georgia. You feel me? Shout out Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? My new second home, goddammit.
Yeah. Is there any advice you'll give to any artist that's finna see this and be like, hey man, I'm up next? What advice would you give them? If they're like, man, they motivated, they see this like, okay, I'm up next. What advice would we like keep going, or what advice would you give them?
Can't stop, won't stop. You know, can't stop, won't stop. That's the motto. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's what I live by. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, if you have a dream, chase it. You know what I'm saying? My dream is to never go back to where I came from. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I survived homelessness. I'm a 2-time suicide survivor. You get what I'm saying? Drug addict. You know, my teeth are fucked up because of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, I went from, you know, being on Brockett Road, and I showed him myself where T4 came from. You get what I'm saying? And you know, coming from the east side of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Clarkston to be exact. You get what I'm saying? It was a struggle. You know what I mean? Like I always have those visions in my head. I was homeless 7 years. You know what I mean? I wanted to be in prison. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, I remember like it was yesterday to, you know, me goddamn being right across the street from Strokers, freestyling just to get my son enough money to get his diapers. You know what I'm saying? My son had asthma at the time. You know what I mean? I had to get his medicine. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here fighting to survive. Like that's always running through my head. It's called trauma. You know what I'm saying? I let my trauma out on this music. You know what I'm saying? I let it spew out, I guess you can say. You get me? So, you know, and I want to make sure that these guys are able to do the same. You get what I'm saying?
Stay motivated.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, I don't care how old I am. I'm going to do this in my 50s. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I'm here to bring something new to the table, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you something crazy, man. You know what I mean? I met Zaytoven when I was 19. You know, shout out my guy, Humble G, for that. You know what I'm saying? And he told me, he asked me, he was like, Dame. He asked me when I was 18 years old, he was like, Dame, what you do this for? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I couldn't answer him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was just like, man, Humble G told me, he was like, man, me and Zay Tiggy, man, I'm going to tell you like this, man, we finna change the world. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my advice to you artists, you know what I mean? Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to holler at us. You know what I'm saying? We're always up for features. You get what I'm saying? We're always up to work. We're always down to put the street politics to the side to make this unity shit happen.
Make that bread.
Exactly. Let's get to this money, man.
So like, where can they find Dame Daniels? Where can they find y'all too?
Man, you can find me anywhere. Google me, Dame Daniels, man. You know what I'm saying? Dame_Daniels on Instagram. Dame Daniels on Facebook. Dame Daniels on, I'm damn near everything. You feel me? Yeah, go ahead.
Lil Rock Red on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Lil Rock Red on YouTube.
I'm on all dang platforms. We on each other's platforms.
Absolutely.
It ain't hard to find.
Okay.
I'm in the city.
Okay.
Every day, out here, every day.
Y'all hear me in the city every day,
I'm
man.
in the city every day. And while you was talking about OGs and old rappers and stuff, I'm 44. I'm still doing it. I'm out here sliding with the youngsters, rapping like them.
Yeah.
It don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. That's what we live by.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, y'all can find me on Facebook, The Real Done, you know what I'm saying? On IG, Real Done, Duh, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Google me, PAT-P.A.T. DADON. You can just Google me, PAT Done. Everything I just told you gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? It's official. You know what I'm saying? T4 is what's popping, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just keep y'all eyes open, man. See this hard work we got going on. We got it jumping. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember, purse first, ass last, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get to the bag, man. Understand this, you know what I'm saying? The situation is critical, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Dane Daniels, man. Hey, taking me under his wing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Showing me that we work, activating somebody like me, man. I know it's a lot of y'all out there that's inspiring, man. Y'all just gotta have somebody to believe in y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? That this brother right here believed in me. My uncle first, though, believed in me enough, fresh out of prison, to introduce me to Dane, and Dane believed in me enough to introduce me to other people. So, like, I'm looking at this man's shirt right here, man. He said, "Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same." This man ain't never told me no salt, showed me none, bro. None.
That's real.
I trusted him from the jump, from day one.
That's real.
I came home with my own vision. I wanted to be SL.
Yeah.
But when I met him, I turned myself to T4.
Yeah.
Tagged on my body. You know what I'm saying? Because I trusted this man with my musical future. And look what he did.
And he saw your vision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
I let go of all my ambitions that I wanted for myself throughout my own music. I gave it all to him. Now, you know, just for me putting in that work.
It panned out.
Man, that's real love, bro. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, for sure.
For real.
That's how we do it.
I fuck what y'all got going on right here, man. Like,
No doubt.
Like I said earlier in the interview, I hope y'all keep progressing. Hope y'all keep doing your thing. Everybody here at the studio gonna be watching. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be supporting anything I see y'all post. I'm reposting, I'm liking. You know what I'm saying? Anything I can do to help is
Absolutely.
support, man. Because you came through today. You share some valuable information. You get inside of Maybach Music, man. That's good shit. Congratulations.
Yeah,
bro.
appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? And like that was love. Even you came back for a second interview, that's even more love, bro.
Right.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
you. And I salute y'all, man. And God bless y'all for real, bro. Keep doing what y'all doing, bro. Don't get discouraged.
Never.
You know
Never
what I'm
that.
saying? And especially for y'all to remember, this Arkansas. A lot of people Arkansas don't get this chance. So when y'all get there, make some noise. You feel me?
Sure.
You know what I'm
Show
saying?
out,
Do
man.
your thing, bro.
Yes.
Do it. All gas, no break, man. Arkansas, what's happening, man? I got nothing but love for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I hope everybody takes this.
100, man.
Exactly.
How the party stand up, man. Hey, for do a big for the 12, man. Y'all know what's going on, man.
Shit, so,
Yes, sir.
man. And I appreciate y'all, man. This How You Living Podcast, man. Dame Daniels, T4. Appreciate y'all, man.
Let's get it.
Now go my mind to the town, so you know it goes down in the J-Town down. Every time I come around, nigga motherfuckers running they mouth. Knock if you bucking, we giving no fuck. Beef with the kid, you know what we bust. Came from the trenches, you know that it's up. Fuck boy, better shut up. Hate all you want in a Maybach move. Born to lose and I built to win. Back then getting trap money, now we getting back in. Stabbed in the back, now it's motherfuck friends. Train to go cause I do this shit. Fuck these hoes, I'm a lunatic. Stay in trap mode, I'm an asshole with a mad flow. All about my cash flow, bitch. Back on my fuck shit in a bus quick. And I came in a thing that will make a rocket hips. And I'm mob of this bitch and I'm trying to get rich. And I stack my chips and we do backflips. Acrobatic hustle, made it out the struggle. Flex with the muscle, we bout to bubble. Got it out the mud and I chase big bucks. And I show no love with the killers and the thugs. But I made my mark so you know who it was. Call me King Game, I'm a London nuts hang. And I'm insane in the membrane. And I came for the bed, let me do my thing, motherfuck fame. Mob in the trap, motherfucker, that's a fact. And we get into them rags. And I walk around strapped. I ain't gotta watch my back. Got no love for these rats. Who the fuck is Dame? Now run and tell them that. Hey, mob in the trap, motherfucker.
It's elevated.